Welcome to Walking Dead. This is episode 7 of season 10, and yeah, I'm very excited to get into this one and see what's going to happen next. As we build up, I guess, to the mid-season finale next week already. Like, this season's flying by. But yeah, we have a lot going on right now. You know, Carol and Sadiq and Ezekiel, they're all suffering and everything. There's tension with Magno and Yumiko. Michonne and Judith have gone off somewhere. We haven't seen them for a little while, so I'm hoping they pop up. Eugene met a friend, potentially future girlfriend, on the radio. We'll see where that goes. So there's something with that as well. Negan joined the Whisperers, but I'm not entirely convinced that, you know, he's going to be one of them. I'm hoping it's like an inside man kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot going down. You know, Carol took a prisoner at the end of the last episode as well, so maybe they're going to carry on with that. I don't really know who we're going to focus on in this one, but I'm excited to find out and see what's going to happen next. So let's get into it. Oh god, poor Sadiq, man. Ooh. Classic Eugene sign. Well, that water's fucked. What the? I forgot she was just in that cell this time.
I'm gonna be in there with you, and Sadiq is gonna treat his wounds first.
Bleeds until he answers.
That's not your call. None of this is.
Uh-oh.
You did what you did.
Yes, good boy. I don't think they're going to bring them luck somehow.
I wish I'd left with Henry when he asked. So do I.
Oh.
Mom won't twist people.
Outside. Now.
Oh. We need to like train a counselor or something. Oh god. All the places to go. Oh god. Oh yeah, this was a thing.
You have children.
Just the one. About all I can handle.
And there are more?
There are. Do you?
Let's not give too much away.
Children hold you back, make you weak.
What about a family then?
You had a niece or nephew for
Brothers or sisters?
not very long. Now listen here, you little shit. Nothing more deadly than when Carol makes food.
What's it gonna be?
No.
Little bitch. Cut his head off. Put it on a pike.
What about you, Gene?
Sorry. It's your other man. And that guy, he bounces back. Not everybody does.
Oh, Sadiq.
I did check out a few of his baby tips. The poop chart. That shit was on point. And literally.
I was going to say literally.
We have a kid together, Mommy.
Yes, we do.
I quite like these two, you know. Oh god. I think he was about to kiss her then. It's like Love Square or whatever the fuck it is, my goodness. Oh! Oh dear. Well. Oh. Punching. Yeah. Damn, Carol.
You ignore the truth when it's staring you in the face.
I prefer it when they're
I
whispering.
would never betray
Shut the
her.
fuck up.
She sacrificed her own daughter for us.
Is that right, bitch?
She killed Lydia.
That kid's been through enough.
Let her make up her own mind.
Yeah, maybe at least give her the
This is
choice.
the only way, you know it.
Just pop her in for a couple of seconds and then, you know, hide her somewhere else.
Need to have your head straight.
Just your head on will do.
What you're doing, these questions, you know, digging for intel.
I don't know if Gamma's kind of being swayed a bit.
We walk in darkness. We are free. We live in love. We are free. We walk in darkness.
Yeah. I feel like she's kind of being tempted to like join them or something. Oh. Oh. Of course. So maybe she did choose to see him then.
You killed him.
How?
Oh.
You thought what?
I
Fuck.
thought Hemlock would be in the bag because,
Because what, Dante? Because you packed it.
Oh. Are you just making Sadiq take the blame? Is he not a real doctor? Oh, hello. Oh.
Always being tested.
Jesus.
He tempts you with his lies. Do not be surprised.
This bitch. I too would be tempted to not wear a fucking walker face. Oh no, did Cheryl die? Or was Cheryl never really there? Ooh. Oh no, she died. Oh my god. Michael Coolidge directed this episode, didn't he? Because he's done a great job.
Cheryl is all right.
Cheryl was sick. You're doing everything you can.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Enid. He's there. Just think about how much I miss her.
Oh.
And I get to remember how I failed her, so.
Oh, you're breaking my heart, man. Yeah, there's something shady about that whole Hemlock thing. Even when he's been going through all this, he's always been a great doctor. Unless it's just like getting worse, I don't know.
I'm not smart enough.
That is bullshit. I hope this silences the people who are like, oh, Sadiq's in on it.
You have to pull through.
He's just suffering.
And you're the smartest person I know. Except me, of course.
Eugene's just like, my joke to you?
We don't work together. You don't even eat the same things.
That you drink the same thing?
There's not a common denominator. It's not one that I can.
Hopefully the tables are like turning now. 'Cause they know that Alpha lied about killing Lydia to the Whispers, so they can use that against her. He's working out the water thing. Oh dear. Gamma thinks she's dead, right? My life is a lie!
You used me.
Lydia, I'm sorry.
You're just like her.
Oh.
You said you wanted me to choose a side? I choose mine. You can't go out.
Oh, come on. Carol probably did plan that though, didn't she? Like with the wire thing she tied the guy up with. Oh dear. They're not going to be happy with Carol. Mood.
We're here to help. You don't even know me, man. Sure do. You're my friend.
Oh. You gotta have friends. Fuck off. I knew he was weird. I thought he was weird before, but now He wears fucking walker skin. Put an axe through his face. Clearly he didn't listen when he was talking about boundaries. Fuck off. Fuck off. No. This show hates doctors. I'm so pissed off. Ugh. Okay, that is the most gobsmacked I've been left, probably since the Heads on the Pikes last season. Fuck, that was brutal. I'm really pissed off. I'm genuinely so angry. I mean, it was a great episode. Like, I really liked it. And it's a great twist. Like, I never truly got on board with Dante. Sometimes I really liked him, sometimes I was like, you're just so fucking weird. And they zoomed in his very first scene with Sadiq. They zoomed in on his like mouth when he was like talking about whispers and stuff. So they planted the seed. It's not like they thought, you know what, for this episode we'll just have this twist. So it's clearly planned and everything. But I'm just pissed off. I have very mixed feelings on the whole thing there with Sadiq. So I'm not surprised that like Dante was like weird and all of that. Never would have thought he was a whisperer. That did surprise me. That's a cool twist. So I don't know much about the comics, but I don't think he was a whisperer in the comics. I'm pretty sure he's a love interest for Maggie at some point. But man, I don't even know. Oh, what a crazy ending. I'm so mad about Sadiq. Like, he was dead. He killed him, didn't he? He looked pretty dead at the end. If they'd pull some bullshit, he's just unconscious, I'd be over the fucking moon, but he looked pretty dead. And if that's the case, I'm so annoyed. Sadiq was one of my favourites this season. I thought the actor was fantastic in this whole storyline he got. And particularly this episode, I thought he was fantastic. Yeah, I think he's like Avi. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, and I apologise for that, because he was phenomenal. But if he's dead, great twist. It's kind of cool that, like, oh, no one's safe. But did you have to kill the character who was going through this really interesting kind of PTSD storyline? It's almost like, we don't really want to see this story through to its conclusion and, like, go through the whole thing of him healing and getting over it. We don't want to tell that part of the story. Let's just kill him instead of like having this full complete arc. That's what it feels like to me, and I feel a bit robbed. But at the same time, it's also a really great twist to have that happen. And it's not even the mid-season finale yet. Like, holy shit, that's a big name to take out this season. But he's been getting a lot of focus. I should have known. They always do this. They give characters loads of focus, then they kill them. I should have known, but I'm in two minds, because obviously that was Carl died saving Sadiq and getting him on board. So at the same time, I'm like, now Carl's watching this from heaven, like, great. I'm like, did Carl die for nothing now that Sadiq's dead? But at the same time, we've had like flash forwards and stuff. So Sadiq, because of Carl, Sadiq has managed to live like another almost decade, I guess, and he had a kid, so he managed to start a family. Oh, Coco's not going to have a dad. They were even talking in this episode, like, Rosie, it was like, oh, we're so lucky to have you, and Sadiq was like, I just want to be a good dad and do a good job. Now he's fucking, should have known. And he was like, oh yeah, miles to go before I sleep, and then they fucking kill him off at the end of the episode. So that side of things, I'm like, he did still have like another good few years of life and has this family now. You know, he still has these roots planted in the world because he has Coco. Eugene will be like, one off the list, one down, one to go. But yeah, I'm in two minds about that. I don't know. I really haven't decided how I feel about it. Great twist, but that's a really good character to lose, you know? I mean, kudos for them for not being afraid to get rid of like a big character like that and an interesting one, but couldn't you have killed Gabriel instead? Couldn't Gabriel have found out? I don't know. But I suppose it had to be Sadiq because he was the one who was in the the place with them all getting their heads cut off, and he was the one going to it. So of course he needed to be the one to find out about Dante. And the water as well. So they still didn't know about the water because Sadiq found it out and probably didn't tell anyone yet. It's frustrating, but in like a really good way. But I'm sad about Sadiq. Great twist with Dante. I always thought he was kind of a bit weird, but now he really is strange. And I want him dead. Good and proper. Because Sadiq's been one of my favourite characters this season. Like I said, the actor was fantastic. And particularly in this episode. I thought this episode was also very well directed. I think Michael Kulitz directed this one. He definitely did one a couple of weeks ago. But I thought he was fantastic in this one. Even more so. But yeah, I'm sad about that. Like, I loved the focus he was getting, like the whole, survivor's guilt, PTSD kind of thing. I thought he did a really great job with that, and I was really interested in seeing if he'd overcome it and stuff like that. But now I almost feel robbed that they've cut that storyline short because it was really interesting. See, now I was watching the episode, that was the part I was kind of really invested in. Like, the Sadiq and Rosita scenes were so good. I loved the chemistry with those two and the dynamic that those two have. I loved that. Honestly, the stuff with like the prisoner and stuff like that, I was like, compared to the Sadiq stuff, I was like, yes, I'm on board. And even the Aaron and Gamma things, I don't know where it's really going yet, aside from the fact that Gamma now knows that Lydia's alive. That's going to cause a lot of problems, hopefully, for Alpha, because something needs to go wrong for Alpha at some point, But yeah, I can understand why they did this with the whole Sadiq story. And that whole twist with Dante. But they didn't even need to have Dante be a whisperer or be evil. Because they were poisoning the water anyway. He didn't need to do anything about it. So Sadiq didn't mess up with that stuff that killed the prisoner guy. That must have just been Dante being a dick. But why would he kill one of his own kind? Wow. There's a lot to kind of piece together and stuff like that. But what a great twist though. But I'm still really mad about it because Sadiq was one of my favourite characters this season. Really good actor to lose as well, that's a shame. But again, it's a really cool twist in the tale, isn't it? So yeah, I'm in two minds about that whole thing. I like the twist with Dante, even though I don't think they necessarily needed to do it, because the water was getting fucked up anyway. But we'll see where they go with it. I'm excited for hopefully people to find out about Dante. How is Dante going to explain away Sadiq dying? Like, surely he's going to have like bruising and stuff around his neck. Like, you can't just say, oh yeah, he drowned. He tripped on a rock, hit his head on a gravestone. Whoopsie. What's he going to do? Will he just dump him somewhere and say, oh yeah, he went for a walk and didn't come back? I don't know. Hopefully he gets to find out sooner rather than later though, because justice for Sadiq. Start the hashtag now. But yeah, all of that was interesting. So yeah, I'm in two minds about it, but I did really enjoy the twist it's kind of brought, and like, holy shit, no one's safe. But I also kind of feel robbed of like a really good PTSD kind of survivor story. So that'd be a really good message if he got over that. But it's The Walking Dead, and there can only be one Doctor in The Walking Dead apparently. So there we are. But yeah, I'm sad that Sadiq's probably gone. Loved his scenes with Rosita, the bond those two had. It was just felt so natural and really fun to watch, and that Rosita was really there for him, getting him to open up. Just seeing Sadiq's kind of turmoil and those flashbacks to the heads getting cut off and stuff, really, really cool. And yeah, Rosita's reaction to this might be quite interesting actually. I hope she like really kind of comes for the Whisperers. Like, you killed the baby daddy. Oh god, I'm tired. Ugh. I've drained all my energy. This episode just drained all my energy. I'm like, ugh. So it could be worse. It could be Sadiq fucking dead. Man. It's like Carl died for Sadiq, and now Sadiq's dead. Like 2 seasons later. And then there's a time jump. I think it would still be okay if maybe Sadiq's death makes everyone go, fuck, we can't abide by the Whisperers rules anymore. We are fighting them. We start, but this is war now. If it like starts this war and they don't just obey Alpha's orders and whatever, I think that would be fine. That'd be like, it's a death that starts something and it actually means something. So if he's just dead and like Dante doesn't get farmed out for like 400 seasons or whatever, you'd be like, Carl died for this, you know? As long as they make Sadiq's death mean something for the story, I think it'll be fine, and I'd be okay with it. But we have to obviously, for now, wait and see where they go with it. Oh, but man, that sucks. But anyway, I digress. The scenes with Carol and the prison and stuff, interesting kind of things with that. It was kind of nice to see this one person who was like so loyal to Alpha and everything she kind of stands for. And then we have like Gamma's story running alongside that, and she's starting to have these doubts. She's kind of being swayed by Aaron's lifestyle a bit, and now she knows that Lydia's still alive. That's going to cause some doubt. We saw her crying at the end. She's like, what do I believe in? But it was nice seeing how manipulative Alpha can be as well in that scene, and how ruthless she is, as always. So it was interesting to have those kind of two parallels running along with like having faith in Alpha and having your faith tested and potentially broken. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty well done. And yeah, I'm intrigued as to where they're going with the whole Aaron and Gamma thing. Maybe it's just to get Gamma on side, so they have like another fighter on their side. But at the same time, now Lydia's kind of crossed over because of everything Carol did. It's a very complex situation, but I'm intrigued as to where they're going to go with all of it. But yeah, the whole thing with Carol, I get that she's like grieving and everything like that, but she's... It's frustrating that she's going off on her own and doing these things, and not like I understood Gable's frustrations with her. You know, she kind of went about this on her own, and then her and Daryl like went along. Oh, we'll just do this, it'll be fine. But then obviously Daryl didn't know that Carol planned to bring the prisoner back, which she clearly pre-planned, and I think she did the same thing with Lydia, bringing her along. I need your help, but she just wanted to kind of expose the truth about Alpha's lies to a Whisperer, I suppose. So she clearly has this like secret agenda, and that's kind of... She's not being a team player, you know? She's getting shit done, granted, but she's not being a team player. And I think that might be a bit reckless, because this episode, all I talked about, you know, Dante said it, I guess. But we got a bit of it from Aaron as well. Like, why is this community surviving? You know, they're working together, we have people doing all these different things. You know, it's a village, it's like a unit. So Carol's kind of going against that in a minute, and I get why, because of course she wants to revenge her son and everything, but hopefully Daryl can kind of talk her down from this, or someone, you know. We just need to talk about things, talk about your problems, don't be ashamed of it. It's a shame that Sadiq kind of finally opened up to someone in Rosita. We got a bit of it with Dante before and Ezekiel, but he really opened up about all his troubles with Rosita. That scene where he was talking about Enid, that broke my heart. So I just think that Survivor's Guild would have been such an interesting thing to explore more of, but now they've killed him. Frustrating. Lots of frustrating things, but at the same time very good things about this episode. But yeah, now Lydia's kind of joined the other side again. However, how's everyone going to respond to that? Like, I mean, Negan would vouch for her if she does go back to the Whisperers. I'm sure Negan would keep an eye on her. I miss Negan in this episode. But yeah... We'll have to wait and see where they go with all of these things, and obviously a lot of shit's going to go down next week because it's the mid-season finale. I'm very excited about that, and there's so many different ways they can go with this now, because a lot is going down. How is like Daryl and Gabriel and all that going to respond to the fact that Carol's kind of forced Lydia's hand almost and kind of pushed her back into the Whisper territory? I don't think they're going to be best pleased, that's for sure, but I'm excited to find out where they're going with all of this. And yeah, crazy episode, I really liked it. But that ending with Sadiq, I'm really sad about that. We'll have to see what Sadiq's death means for the story going forward as to what I feel about it. Right now I feel a bit robbed and a bit frustrated and sad, because I really liked Sadiq as a character. I thought the actor was fantastic, but if it serves a good story, we'll see what happens, you know. This was the guy Carl died to save, and hopefully it will mean something that he's gone to, you know? But yeah, very, very excited to see where we go from here. Fantastic episode. And mid-season finale next week already. Like, this season's just flown by, but I'm very, very excited to see what they do. Should be exciting and should be great. So I'm excited. And yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.